Charles Purcell presents.
Hello, Carl.
Hello, Adam.
Did you find your precious Greek yogurt?
Yes, it was in aisle 10. That kid didn't know what he was talking about.
Aisle 10, you say? Well, I could have told you that. I've been to this grocery many times.
Well, then why didn't you tell me?
You were so intent on finding a worker to help you.
He sent me to the dairy section, way over in the far corner.
That's Timothy. I've dealt with him many times.
I walked for miles.
He's an idiot. Hand me those dark chocolate chips. We'll make cookies for the neighbor children.
Who's an idiot?
Timothy, the box boy.
But it's not his fault. I don't know why they have a separate section for the yogurt. It should be with the dairy, like he said.
Maybe the owner should fire him.
Maybe the owner should be overthrown so Timmy and his fellow workers can take their rightful place and reap the benefits of this enterprise.
I think we're almost out of flour. There.
Which one?
All-purpose.
Bleached or unbleached?
Bleached.
There are so many kinds of flour.
Yes. Why did you leave me to find your precious yogurt anyway?
I just thought it would be more efficient.
I think you don't want to be seen with me.
Don't be ridiculous.
You never come grocery shopping with me.
Well, you always get the wrong yogurt.
There are so many different kinds, it's hard to know.
Yes, you're right. It is hard to know. I'm not blaming you. I just thought I'd come along today, get the correct yogurt, and spend a little time with you.
Oh, you're sweet.
Stop that. Not here.
Oh, you and your PDA.
Pickles.
Pickles?
Stop. Here are the pickles you wanted.
I didn't want the pickles, you did.
Yes, fine, whatever. Take the 12-ounce jar.
This one?
No, not the slice, the whole, right above.
You and your pickles.
You know, this isn't easy for me.
What isn't easy for you?
Coming to the grocery store.
Oh, yes, your anxiety.
Don't make light of it. Yes, this place gives me anxiety. The awful banal music, the harsh neon lights, the great walls of useless consumer products in wasteful plastic packaging, psychological manipulation in every square foot of the place. And this massive store is crowded with people, yet each one isolated, not talking to one another, looking at their phones, not making eye contact with others except for a quick sorry if they have a fender bender with their shopping carts.
Speaking of shopping carts, ours has a front wheel that's not working properly.
Do you ever listen to me?
Look, see? It sticks, and then it spins in a circle, and then it sticks again.
Oh, look at that. I thought this was just a thing that stand-up comedians made up for their little jokes.
Well, there it is. We should complain to the manager.
Oh, yes, by all means, complain to the manager. What good would that do?
Well, he'd give us a new card and have this one fixed.
He would just put it back with the others for the next sucker to take it. He doesn't care.
A proper proprietor cares about his customers and caters to their needs. It's good for business.
He doesn't care a bit about his customers until it costs him money. A little skittering wheel costs him nothing.
Let's not bicker. Is your mother bringing her potato salad this weekend?
You know she always does.
Do we have enough charcoal briquettes?
You're the only person I know who says briquettes.
Well, that's what they are, briquettes.
Yes, of course, but every other person in the world just says, do we have enough charcoal?
Well, do we?
Yes, plenty.
So, we'll just need hot dogs and buns.
We've already got the buns. See, right here in your car.
Oh, yes, of course.
And hot dogs. Let's see.
Oh, there they are.
Again, so many choices. A hot dog is a hot dog. Why so many choices?
They're ballparks. They plump when you cook them.
You fall for every line they peddle. How many buns in that package?
8.
But these hot dogs come in packages of 10.
So?
So let's go back and get a package of 10 buns instead of the 8.
The buns don't come in packages of 10. They only come in packages of 8.
But these hot dogs only come in packages of 10.
So?
This is also real. Again, I thought Gary Shandling was just making this up. What a ripoff.
Your naivete is precious.
My naivete. You find this acceptable? You find humor in the exploitation and manipulation of the masses? Sometimes it's like I don't even know you.
They're hot dogs, Carl. They're hot dogs.
It's not just hot dogs, it's the system.
Oh, yes, Carl. The notorious hot dog and bun system.
You know what I mean, and you know what I mean.
Oh, Carl, you're a hoot.
Yes, I'm a hoot.
Hoot.
Yes.
Hoot.
Stop laughing. Stop laughing. Oh, Adam.
Oh, look, the shopping cart wheel is getting worse.
Oh, that's all right. We're just about done, aren't we?
Just about. Let's go through the cereal aisle before we leave. I'm out of frosted mini wheats.
Frosted mini wheats.
Yes, we'll get your generic cornflakes as well.
What the?
Here we are.
What the? This is insane! An entire massive wall of cereals. There must be 1,000 varieties. You need this many choices. Who needs this many choices?
It's just how the world works.
It's how your world works, not mine.
Carl, just help me find my frosted mini wheats.
You know there's such a thing as too many choices.
Choice is the very heart of a free enterprise system.
It reaches a point of diminishing returns. Too many choices leaves people overwhelmed. It causes great stress.
Well, I can tell you the cereal is not the cause of my stress right now, I'll tell you that.
There are studies that show the ill effects of too many choices.
You and your precious studies.
I can't breathe. I'm having an anxiety attack.
Hang on, Carl, you'll be all right. Here are the frosted mini wheats.
What about my generic cornflakes?
I'm sorry, I've looked. Apparently they've stopped carrying the generics.
What?
Here, Kellogg's cornflakes.
Kellogg's! Capitalist Battle Creek pigs!
Carl, get a hold of yourself. Come on. Oh, look, here's an open checkout lane. What luck.
This place is a nightmare.
Just breathe, Carl. Just breathe.
Oh, God, KC and the Sunshine Band. I knew it was just a matter of time.
Here, Carl, read a magazine. Here, look. They found the real Garden of Eden, see?
What's this, Michelle's secret divorce papers? What is this crap?
Plastic bag, okay?
Yes, plastic bags will be fine.
No, I brought canvas.
All right, canvas bags. Here, we brought them.
I can't
Thank
take
you.
this.
Here, Carl, have a Slim Jim. Have some M&Ms. You like M&Ms.
These are just psychological ploys to get you to spend more money at the
Yes.
checkout. More manipulation, more exploitation.
Yes, Carl. Terrible manipulation and exploitation. Right
What?
you are.
What is this?
Price checkout, ballpark frags.
I can't breathe.
Goodness
Get me out
sakes,
of
just charge me whatever you want. We've got to get out of here.
Do you have a Savers card?
A what?
A Savers card. You'll get 35 cents off the pickles.
Oh, yes, I believe I do have a Savers card, but I can't seem to find it.
That's all right. Just give me your phone number, and I'll enter it that way.
I'm never taking you shopping again, Carl.
Get me out. What is happening? I can't
Come,
breathe.
Please.
Good.
8, 3, 2, 7. My brother John and I heard the news from Brian Eastwood while we were riding our bikes around the town square. Brian, we called him Clint, was a couple of years older than us and the town bully. But he was so excited to share the news he forgot to terrorize us on that day. The world-famous singer Arturo came to my little town to hear singers. Arturo was the greatest singer in the world. Hell, he was the greatest artist in the world. The idea that he would show up unannounced on a summer Saturday afternoon in our little town was like a weird dream. Hear singers? What does that mean? Is it some kind of audition? I don't know, Clint said. Is it a class? A workshop? Do we have to sign up for it? Does it cost anything? I don't know. Nobody knew. The word had just gotten out that he was hearing singers, whatever that meant. We decided it didn't matter why. We just knew we had to get in on this. Because A, it sounded pretty damn exciting. Everybody in the world knew the great Arturo. And B, our mother had poured culture and music into our little small town heads since we were born. We were made for this. So we stood up on our pedals and followed the growing crowd of kids to a huge, massive, several stories high building on the north side of town. What is this place? A cathedral? A mansion? A castle? It was bizarre, like that dream you have when you discover an extra room or a whole extra wing to your house you didn't know was there. Where did this building come from? None of us had ever seen it before. John and I pedaled up the drive, dismounted on the fly, and ran up to the big open double front doors as our bikes rolled another 20 feet on their own before flopping in the grass. All kids, no adults. We went inside. The place had a grand black and white tiled entry and a wide, winding staircase leading to a second-floor ballroom. Beyond that was a maze of large and small rooms, hallways, staircases, alcoves, nooks, crannies, loads of sunlight pouring in from oversized windows and open balconies, and lots of shadows and blind alleys to add to the mystery. By now there were about 150, maybe 200 kids in the place. Pretty much every kid in town. With no instructions on what to do, no signs, no line to get into, no forms to fill out, each kid instinctively staked out a private or semi-private space for themselves somewhere in the great structure. As singers took their stations, it would be up to the great Arturo to move through the labyrinth to each singer in their turn. Now, nowhere was this procedure spelled out. We just knew it. It was in the air. John and I had found a good spot, a small semi-private alcove on the 4th floor. Above us, we saw other singers scampering and jostling for spots to await their turns. A short time passed, made longer by our anticipation. More than a little bit of a bustle, a muted chaos, but now, with reverent respect, with zero fanfare, we heard Arturo, on the floor below us, begin his sessions. His hearings, as we all instinctively called them. Our alcove had an adjacent balcony through which we could hear a bit and even get a glimpse of the hearings below. We eavesdropped as Arturo slowly made his way, one singer at a time, in our direction. He finished with a young kid we recognized from the neighborhood, just down a small open staircase from us. We saw the kid run out into the courtyard, squealing, tears of joy streaming down his cheeks. Some adults, his family we guessed, were there to meet him. They hugged each other, and looking up, they caught John and me watching from our small balcony above. They gave us a smile and a supportive thumbs up. Arturo is now coming up the little open staircase to our encampment, and we are next. The great Arturo joined us in our alcove. Everything about him was large. His feet, his hands, his beard, his great mane of hair. He wore dark brown knee-high boots with a matching leather vest over a kind of pink-orange silk shirt. He carried a large white handkerchief. His eyes were black, but kind. He pulled up a small stool, which disappeared under him as he sat. No words of greeting, no pleasantries. We weren't intimidated or scared, really. If we were, Arturo quickly put us at ease by his calm and commanding presence. John stepped forward into the light from the open balcony, and I took a step back into the shadow. Arturo began by leading John through some warm-up exercises. I impulsively joined in, losing myself in the moment, but quickly realized my faux pas and retreated back into the shadow. Other singers, waiting their turn, respectfully put a sock in it as well, especially when Arturo joined my brother in the exercise, and the great voice, along with my brother's, filled the space. Soon they were improvising melodies, harmonies, counterpoints, words even. Well, not words exactly, but a sort of elongated scatting. I'd never heard anything like it. John's mouth was wide open, as wide as I'd ever seen it, and his eyes even wider. And mine.
All right, very good. Now, what prepared piece have you selected?
But here's the thing. Neither one of us had selected a piece. We didn't know we were supposed to prepare anything. We didn't actually know any pieces, to be honest. We weren't really singers. We just knew instinctively we had to be a part of this. We had to experience it. So neither one of us was prepared.
That's all right. Just sing.
John stood up, straight and strong. Arturo suggested a starting pitch. Arturo closed his eyes and listened intently. His large body moved with each shift in tone or rhythm. He stood and guided John by softly tilting his head back a bit. Then with his giant hand, he gently pressed John's diaphragm, silently reminding him to feel his breath. His other giant hand gently pressed up on John's shoulder blades to adjust his posture. John's voice responded with each direction. Arturo sat down again on his stool.
How do you feel?
I'm vibrating.
Good, good. What's vibrating? Your head? Your chest?
Everything.
Everything?
Yes.
Your hands? Your feet?
Yes.
Good. Is this your brother?
Yes, this is James. And you are? John, I'm John. John, as you know, I've heard much music in my life. John, your voice is unique. Thank you. No need to thank me, but yes, by all means, be grateful. Be grateful for your unique voice. Always be grateful. I will. And use it. Use your voice every day. I will. Promise? Yes. Good. Now let me hear James. John stepped back into the shadows of the alcove, and I stepped forward and squinted in the sun. It made me a little bit lightheaded. You are the younger. Yes. You have the benefit of learning from your brother's experience. Yes. Not just here, not just today, but all your life. Yes. I want you to take advantage of that benefit. Treat it as a gift. Yes, sir. How old are you, James? 14. It sounds as though your voice has changed, yes? I think so. I don't know. Ha, you mean it comes and goes? Yes. Well, you just sing for me with whatever voice you have today. Yes, sir. Whenever you're ready.
La da 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 da, la da 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 dee da da dee, la da 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 da, la da 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 dee da da dee da da dee, la da 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 do do dee do da dee da. Do 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 da do 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 dee da do 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 dee dee da 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 la da da dee da la da 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 la da 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 la da 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 da.
That was lovely. It was just the theme song from Taxi. The theme from what? The theme song from Taxi. It's a television show about taxi drivers. It's on Thursday nights. How about that? Beautiful music can be found in the most unlikely places. Tell me, James, why did you select that piece of music to sing today? It's the first thing that popped into my head. That may be true, but I think there's a better reason. I think you're holding back. Holding back? Tell me, James, what did you feel the first time you heard that particular piece of music? I felt like I discovered a new planet. A new planet? Yes, a beautiful new planet that nobody else ever saw before. But you told me this piece of music was on television. Millions of people heard it. Yes, but it felt to you like it belonged only to you. Yes. And this brought you joy. Yes. You discovered beauty in the world. But I didn't create it. Ah, but you did create it. No, the guy who wrote the music created it, and then the musicians who played it. I just heard it. No, James, you didn't just hear it. In that moment, you were touched by the most holy thing there is. You recognized its beauty, and by recognizing beauty, we create beauty. Don't you see? Yes, sir. Beauty comes into the world only when it is acknowledged and embraced. You did that, James. You created beauty. Yes, sir. I want you to always remember that. Yes, sir. Promise? Yes, sir. And with that, the great Arturo patted our heads and walked down a small hallway to the next waiting singer. We stayed and watched and listened to Arturo hold counsel with other singers until he rounded the next corner and out of sight. We made our way back through the mansion, running through the great second-floor ballroom, down the main staircase, through the grand entry, and into the sun-soaked courtyard, where we untangled our bikes and rode away. This episode of Charles Purcell Presents is available right now wherever you find your podcasts. Or go to the website charlespurcell.com for the full archive and all the other series in the podcast family. Follow, comment, and contact me on Facebook and Twitter. Thanks to our flagship station, River West Radio, riverwestradio.com. Theme music composed and performed by Peter Donalds. From the New Arts and Media Studios in Milwaukee, I'm Charles Purcell.